All right, so you think you know everything that Columbus has to offer. Let me tell you guys, you're not even close. Because these two neighborhoods right here in Columbus, Ohio have leveled up so hard that they discovered the secret formula and decided to flex on the entire Midwest. We're talking about underground art scenes exploding, century-old buildings getting million-dollar makeovers, and the entire block transforming into places that make Cincinnati jealous and Cleveland question their life choices. All right, so let's talk about the first absolute powerhouse. That's right, we're talking about none other than Clintonville. Clintonville has been this quirky, creative heartbeat of Columbus for years. This place has been on every single coolest neighborhoods that you've never heard of list since fanwheels were invented. You've got the vintage shops that make thrifting feel like treasure hunting, the music venues where you might catch the next big indie band, and more coffee shops with personalities than your Pinterest board can handle. Clintonville looked at all this authentic charm and said, yeah, we're about to get way more interesting, because this neighborhood is in the middle of a glow up so organic it's borderline disrespectful to other neighborhoods trying to manufacture coolness. Talking about Clintonville Art Collective taking over entire blocks, turning what used to be forgotten storefronts into gallery spaces where local artists showcase everything from their interactive installations to experimental theater. I want you to picture this, right? The first Friday art walk where you can grab a craft beer from Seven Song Brewery, check out a mural being painted live, maybe catch an acoustic set from someone who's about to blow up on Spotify. And then how about the North Market expansion? Literally setting up satellite locations right here as well. Yeah. That's right, they're bringing that downtown food hall energy straight to Clintonville, but with a twist that focuses on hyper-local vendors and experimental cuisine. This isn't your basic farmer market setup. Think fusion food labs, where chefs are actually creating dishes that don't exist anymore, especially coffee roasters with sourced beans from single farms. Artisans everything that actually tastes as good as it sounds. And let's not forget about High Point Park, getting its massive renovation as well, right? They're calling it the Central Park of North Columbus. You're going to get community event spaces, outdoor workout stations, dog parks that look like they belong in California, and walking trails that connect to the Olentangy River. If you're not outdoorsy, it's still a type of development that makes the neighborhood feel like a destination instead of a place to sleep. Listen, if Clintonville sounded like your future address, or you're just curious about how all these authentic developments fit into your budget and your vibe, guys, let's talk. We know these neighborhoods, we know the hidden gems, the insider secrets that make your move way smoother. Listen, it's Gagan here with the Columbus Real Estate Team, and every single day, me and my team, we help people buy, sell, and relocate right here to the greater Columbus area. Listen, we live and breathe CELA. So if you're thinking about making the move here, all of our contact information is in the description below and pinned to the top of the chat as well. So look, here's the thing, Clintonville isn't just flexing for hipsters or folks with trust funds either. The place is exploding with people who want authentic community, creative energy, and a vibe that feels genuinely cool without trying too hard. I've had clients of mine move here from major creative hubs, Portland, Austin, and Nashville, you name it, and they all say the exact same thing. I finally found a place that I can actually afford to live in and feel inspired every single day. My money goes 3 times further here than it did back home, and when I tell people where I live, they actually want to visit instead of making fun of Ohio. And thanks for letting me use you as an example. The local scene here is absolutely off the charts, and that lifestyle is basically like living inside an indie film where you're the main character. Because while Clintonville over here is building its incredible artistic renaissance, there's another player that's actually been perfecting the game for over 150 years. And this one's about to remind everyone why history plus innovation equals pure magic. Real quick, before we actually dive any deeper, I want to hear from you. What's your vibe when it comes to these neighborhood energies? That creative, artsy scene where something's always happening, or do you prefer historic charm with amazing restaurants and the European cafe lifestyle? You want to be where the next big thing starts, or somewhere maybe a little bit more established with some character that's been perfected over the decades? Please drop a comment below and let me know. I'm always curious what draws people to Columbus and helps us kind of dial these videos in to what you specifically care about. All right, let's talk about the second absolute legend in the Columbus neighborhood game, going to be German Village. You see, German Village has always been this sophisticated sibling in the family. The one that went to Europe for a semester, came back with impeccable taste, perfected coffee knowledge, and the ability to make any dinner party feel like a life event. It's known for its brick streets, the bookshops that feel like literal sanctuaries, and being one of the places that folks move to when they want to feel like they're living inside a storybook. But look, don't let the historic charm fool you, because German Village is pulling off a stealth renaissance, and it's about to make other historic districts in America take notes. Listen, one of the biggest jaw droppers over here is going to be the Park Cultural District expansion, right? They're turning this incredible neighborhood into what I'm calling the Soho of the Midwest. I want you to picture it like this. Independent bookstores that host authors reading with writers you're going to be bragging about discovering. Wine bars that actually feel like they were transported from small Italian towns. Art galleries were showcasing local talent alongside traveling exhibition, and restaurants where the chefs are treating every meal like their reputation depends on it. And listen, it's not just going to be fancy dinners and wine tasting either. This place is bringing in Makers Market, outdoor concerts at Sellers Park that rival summer festivals, and even pop-up experiences where you might stumble into a speakeasy behind a bookshelf or find a rooftop garden that's only open on Sundays. It's the kind of neighborhood evolution that can actually absolutely transform your weekend plans, your social life, and even how you think about what community actually means. Here's what makes this really, really cool. German Village isn't just trying to be a museum of cute brick homes, right? It's leaning into this perfect mixture of historic preservation and modern innovation that's super attractive for people. It's perfect for people that want to feel like they're connected to something meaningful while living in 2025. Look, I've worked with a ton of folks who are coming here thinking it's just another touristy historic district. Think that they're going to spend their Saturday mornings walking the brick street, having a coffee at Pistacia Vera, browsing the book loft, and suddenly they're like, wait, people actually live here? And this isn't just some random hype either. This is real stuff changing how people live, where they hang out, and the kind of lifestyle that creates professionals and young families that are actually building themselves right here in the Buckeye State. Listen, I'm in the middle of it every single week with clients moving to Columbus thinking that it's just another boring midtown, and now they're testing plans of their weekend activities like they discovered Narnia here or something. So all I've got is 2 words: buckle up. In this video, I'm pulling the curtain back on 2 Columbus neighborhoods that are completely revamped and looking like absolute fire. And trust me, by the end of this video, you might be Googling Columbus, Ohio apartments at 2 in the morning. All right, now that I have properly hyped you up, let's get one thing straight. This isn't your typical, here's a coffee shop, it's an overpriced condo neighborhood tour, guys. No. See, a lot of folks think that videos like this are ones of me just pointing at brick neighborhood ads and parking availabilities. But we're talking about real life culture explosions that are flipping the script on what life in the Midwest actually looks like. Guys, I'm talking about neighborhoods where local artists are turning abandoned warehouses into immersive experience galleries, where food trucks are becoming permanent fixtures that rival anything you'd find in Portland, and where community gardens are sprouting up in lots that you've never seen before. And these changes are shaking up where creatives want to live, how young professionals want to spend their weekends, and how families see the future right here in Central Ohio. And here's the kicker, okay? It's not about fancy Instagram moments for tourists. This stuff is the actual reason that folks are moving here from Brooklyn, Austin, Nashville, Portland, and even San Francisco, and why they're giving our team a call. People who see the authenticity and they want to be a part of something real before the national media catches up and ruins the article about America's next cool city. Neighborhoods are so revamped, they're practically dripping in that, yeah, I was here before it was cool energy that money cannot buy. Listen, this is real life. It's not just a weekend destination, and I think that's what makes German Village so freaking cool. And look, the restaurant scene is absolutely world-class. We're talking about James Beard Award level chefs choosing to set up shop right here instead of New York or Chicago. The community vibe is the sweet spot because sophisticated and welcoming, yeah, they're both right here. You're close enough at downtown to catch a Blue Jackets game or show at the Ohio Theater, but far enough where you feel like you're in your small little European enclave. Listen, we both know you want it. Come on, let's be honest. And look, with all these cultural expansions happening here, German Village is starting to feel like a place that's entering its golden age. More vibrant, more connected, and way more exciting than most people realize. So if you're curious if German Village might be your spot, or just curious about all these cultural developments, how they might enhance neighborhood experience, just hit us up, guys. All our information is right on the screen, and it's down in the description below as well. We'd love to help you figure out what fits best for you and your family. Wait, don't check out just yet, because in Columbus, the story is far from over. So check us out. Clintonville and German Village have even more tricks up their sleeves, right? And some of the stuff is going to absolutely blow you away. In Clintonville, they're getting ready to break ground on the Clintonville Community Con. It's going to be a 15-acre urban oasis with maker spaces, outdoor performance areas, community gardens, and co-working spaces designed specifically for creatives and entrepreneurs. I want you to picture a place where you can work on your startup in the morning, take a pottery class at lunch, and even catch live music under the stars at night, right in the heart of the neighborhood. And then there's going to be what they're calling the Indianola Innovation District, right? I definitely butchered that. I've never known how to say it. But this is going to be the multi-million-dollar creative campus loaded with artist studios, tech incubators, podcast recording spaces, all the live work lofts that creative professionals are looking for, right? It's basically Clintonville saying, oh, you think Austin's cool? Just watch this for a second. Look, don't sleep on the high street renaissance either. Clintonville is giving their historic quarter a massive glow up with new music venues, experimental restaurants, walkable energies that keep the neighborhood so alive, even when it evolves. They're also working on the Whetstone Park expansion. Guys, this is going to be a major recreational hub with disc golf, event pavilions, and trails that connect it to the entire Columbus park system. It's having your own personal playground that just happens to be beautiful enough for your Instagram as well. We know what you guys want, we got you. Now let's take a swing back into German Village because they're rolling up their sleeves too. The old Thurman Cafe space is transforming into a multi-use culinary incubator where concepts host pop-up dinners and collaborate on the next big food trend. It's kind of like taking the legendary energy of the corner and multiplying it by 10. But let's also talk about culture, right? German Village isn't just this land of cute brick homes anymore. It's becoming a full-on cultural destination. Plans for intimate theater spaces and animations throughout the neighborhoods, historic walking tours that feel more like storytelling experiences, and a literal scene that's putting Columbus on the map for book lovers nationwide. She talked about the book loft that was up for sale a few months ago on the Columbus Report, our local media outlet. Check us out. I'll put the description below, and just so you can kind of watch it up here as well. It got a lot of hits, and it tells me one thing. People loved seeing it. Everyone reposted it, everyone commented on it as well. And I think German Village has this kind of conglomerate. Let me put it like this. That's the best way for me to put it. Even if you're living in Dublin, Powell, New Albany, wherever, you're looking at German Village and you're saying, yeah, you're still pretty cool. I still mess with you. So yeah, you thought these neighborhoods were just impressive. Now just wait till you see what's actually coming. The future of Clintonville and the future of German Village is looking absolutely next level. Listen, these two areas right here in Columbus, they aren't just growing. I'm actually flat out redefining what Midwest living looks like here. We're talking creative districts, culinary innovation, historic charm meeting modern energy, community spaces that might actually bring people together. And it's incredible because it's all happening right now. And listen, if you're thinking about making a move, whether you're local and want that next level neighborhood vibe, or you're coming here from out of state trying to figure out this entire process and where to land in Ohio, just reach out, guys. My team and I, we live, eat, and sleep Columbus, Ohio. And we can help you make the smartest move to the city that's going to surprise a lot of people. If you are thinking about making that move, feel free to reach out. All of our contact information is down in the description and pinned to the top of the chat as well. And listen, if you're not done soaking up all the Columbus intel, don't be shy just yet, okay? I actually made an entire playlist, the A to Z guide, where we deep dive neighborhoods, hidden gems, and every single thing that you absolutely need to know that no one is talking about. I'm gonna put that video right here. Watch it, and I'll see you soon. Peace.